Alright, we are back. What was I saying? I feel like I was saying something, but I'm gonna be honest, I kind of forgot. We're just gonna continue.
Yesterday, and it's also much scarier. Put a bullet in my brain, and it makes all the papers.
Oh yeah, I don't think a return would. It seems like they'd want to try and recapture the magic that people feel on the first album, the first couple of albums, and it wouldn't be for me. So I wouldn't be crazy on a return from them, but I'd check it out. I wouldn't have faith in it being good.
Children round the world put camel shit on the walls.
It's a dinosaur.
They're making carpets and treadmills or garbage sorting. And
Yeah.
it's no great.
What on the wall? What did he say? Put camel shit on the walls. Hang on. Interesting way to finish here. Okay. This song is an interesting kind of flipped perspective on the first track, where the first song was about this guy being so pissed at the state of society and politics that he is just, going out there, he's screaming his lungs out, feeling like he needs to be as loud and as powerful a voice as possible. And this track is kind of him tempering that anger a little bit, still expressing his frustration, still expressing how much the state of things at this time is really affecting him, but more in a way where he wants to kind of make a change personally within himself so that he can be a better person to protest, to do everything he feels like he wants to do to help, because he is acknowledging the fact that just angrily shouting in the streets isn't really going to change much. And it seems like the overall feeling I get from the song is that he feels like he needs to change himself before he can do anything when it comes to changing the world. I find this song to be a surprisingly optimistic finish to this album, where this album has had its ups and downs, tonally speaking, lyrically, where, some songs have been a little more optimistic. They've been kind of like a fond looking back on his life. Other tracks have been, very like dystopian, politically charged. This song it still has that like acknowledgement of all of the bad things going on in the world, all of the things that are frustrating him, but also a simultaneous like moment of reflection where he is realizing that the way he is going about it isn't going to change anything, and that he needs to make positive changes in his life before he can do anything. I am surprised that this album ended on such a positive note. That was shocking to me. Again, one thing I will say is towards the final third of the album, it's not been quite as fascinating instrumentally, where the first two thirds had so much variety. There was so much influences from disco, from funk. There's been a lot of like new wave and more distorted, like raw, like hard rock sounding tracks. Getting a song at the end here where again, a handful of songs at the end here where they all just kind of feel like kind of standard new wave. It's a little disappointing to see the album trail off a little bit sonically, but I'm not going to complain too much when I feel like it wraps up so beautifully lyrically, and I do genuinely think that this is a very, very strong conclusion to this album. 8.5. The instrumental's still good. I just wish that we kind of had the same sonic variety that we had towards like the first 2/3 of the album. You know, that's the only thing I will say could be improved. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Scary Monsters and Super Creeps by David Bowie. Another win for Bowie in my books. He has not missed on any of his albums for me yet now. I've obviously only heard his like most well-received albums up to this point, but still. I always kind of go into Bowie albums a little hesitant. I don't know why, but in my mind, I'm just... I know I'm not the biggest Bowie guy. I know I'm not the kind of guy who's constantly returning to his stuff. So I kind of always go in with a little bit of hesitation towards him, thinking, what if this is the album? What if this is the straw that breaks the camel's back and is like the album that I'm really not crazy on? And we've yet to have that, man. This is a genuine win, and arguably one of the biggest wins for him, in my opinion. One of the most fascinating albums that he has put out, something that's such a oddball, out of left field, esoteric nightmare of an experience that is so lyrically dense, so instrumentally varied for the most part, and has some of Bowie's most eccentric, out there vocal performances that are so striking and memorable. I can remember every single one of these tracks without needing a re-listen. That's rare that I can remember all of the songs, like, without needing a re-listen. Normally, when I listen to an album, I kind of, like, I look back on the tracks, I'm like, how did that one go? How did that one go? And it usually takes, like, 2 re-listens for all of the songs to get lodged in my head. But looking back on these, I remember all of these songs. They stick so well, even the ones that I'm not quite as crazy on. I have done Station to Station. That was the last Bowie album I listened to. Station to Station was great. I'm going to crunch the numbers, and then I will tell you what my overall score for this album is. Has this tamed my Bowie hatred? No, I still think Bowie's the worst artist on the planet. No matter what the score adds up to, I'm giving this album a 0. That sounds about right, ladies and gentlemen. I'm feeling an 8.7 out of 10 on this album. An 8.7. Some good shit right here. So this is another win for Bowie in my books. It's not his absolute best album, in my opinion, but it's one of his most memorable. Lyrically, arguably his strongest outside of Black Star. The only real negatives I can say I have about this album is 2 songs on here that I feel like weren't quite as strong as the others, and, you know, some instrumental, some lacking in terms of the instrumental variety, getting into the final third of the album here. But besides that, it's a David Bowie classic. I don't know why I had any reservations going into this. I don't know why I ever have any reservations going into a Bowie album. I've loved all of them. I think it's just like a stigma in my mind due to the fact that I just don't see myself coming back to his work all that much. No, this isn't request today. We're just doing this album because I missed it yesterday. I'm getting straight back to editing after I write this album of the year review. Maybe do Spottle and Bandle first. It seems like I'm a Bowie guy. It's weird. It's kind of like the Beatles, where I love their stuff, but I never go back to it. Like, I think Rubber Soul's a fantastic album. I've not re-listened to it since the video came out. I did my re-listen for the video, and I've not re-listened to it since. And I love that album. Same with, like, Sgt. Pepper's and Revolver as well. I don't return to them. And the same could be said about Bowie. Even though I absolutely love these albums, it's just not, like, the type of thing where I want to sit down and re-listen to their, like, albums front to back. If the songs come up on my like songs, I don't skip them. But Bowie isn't, like, an absolute favourite of mine that I find myself, like, crawling back to all that much. But maybe it could be good to, like, run through the albums while playing some games. I feel like Bowie could be a fun artist to listen to while playing games. Anyway, let's write some of the year review. I think I've re-listened to... Have I re-listened? I don't know if I re-listened to it in full, Ziggy Stardust again. I need to soon. I need to run back through all the Bowie albums I've heard soon. spelled aggressive wrong. I'm such an idiot. Oh, it does have 2 G's, doesn't it? Yeah, there we go. Bob Dylan and the Velvet Underground had the same producer. That's interesting. Bob Dylan and the Velvet Underground seem so far apart on the musical spectrum to me. Can I do song requests? Not today. Not today. Song requests are tomorrow. What time? 3 PM UK time, as always. I think I've been sent in 1 or 2 songs from that album. I'll check my like songs in a sec. Can you request a song now and you'll get back to the stream when the interview is over? Sure. Put the name of the song in chat now and I'll try my best to remember it. I might not. My memory is fucking atrocious. I will try my best to remember it though. Also, let me check my like songs for that lyric track. No Metal Machine music that I can see on here. Alright, we'll do Spottle and Bandor and Framed. And then I'm heading off. Started with David Bowie. Male 223. Nothing else though. We will go with Rick Ross. Okay. Rick Ross is higher than David Bowie. That's... Wow. Go DJ Khaled. Wait, no, DJ Khaled's going to be top 100. Oh, it's not solo. It's not solo. Wait, Maroon 5? It could be Maroon 5. Wait, no, Maroon 5's going to be top 100. Outcast? Wait, it's not hip-hop, so it's not going to be Outcast. Go with a pop group. Go with an American pop group. We'll go 5 Seconds of Summer. They're Australian? Fuck. Eagles? Could be Eagles. Nah, not a rock band, not a rock band. So it's not pop, rock, hip-hop, or... pop, rock, or hip-hop. So we're looking at maybe an electronic group. An alternative group, maybe. R&B could be an R&B group. Bob Marley? No, Bob Marley would be... When did Bob Marley debut in the 60s? Boys to Men? No, it's not R&B. We got that at least, and it's after 1991. Okay, so we're looking at late 90s, early 2000s probably. Could be MGMT. Not alternative. Ooh. Shit. Not 2-piece, not 3-piece, not 5-piece. It is a 4-piece. Electronic or country? Yeah, we're looking at the electronic, country, jazz, folk. Maybe metal? Is it System of a Down? System of a Down. I forgot about metal. I forgot about metal. Yeah, I'm a genius. I'm a genius. Alright, 1991, 184 million. Very hard. We'll see about that. It's not, I don't think it's Creep. Okay, kind of got like a loopy hip hop feel. Almost airy sounding strings, maybe more trip hoppy. Let me see piano and guitar. Oh, this is so familiar. I've got an idea of the melody in my head. I don't know if it's right though. You know, don't spoil it. Don't spoil it. This is so familiar. Vocal melody is so familiar, dude. One. Fuck. Right, we have a whole selection here. So it's 1991. Could be U2. Maybe One Republic. Not ABBA. Not Adele. Not Alan Walker. It's not this. It's not this. Well, it could be all of Better Off Alone. 1, maybe. Jerry, shut the fuck up. Jerry, you can't be... God damn. Well, it's won by you too. You can't be spoiling it, man. You gotta let me piece it together. I shouldn't have looked at chat. I shouldn't have looked at chat. Whatever. We'll do Framed. We'll do Framed as well. It's Transformers. I can tell by the explosion that's a Michael Bay explosion. That's a Michael Bay explosion. I can tell the way the sparks are flying off it. That's a Michael Bay explosion right there. Too easy. Simply too easy. I must be a big fan of his. I'm not a big Michael Bay guy at all. It's just I don't know, I've seen enough of his films, and his explosions always stand out to me. Whenever he does an explosion, they're always so sparky. And I know that Transformers has that scene in the desert, so I was like, okay, it's a Michael Bay film. I'm going to guess Transformers. Waddle? Yeah, we can do Waddle. You guys are distracting me from my editing work. Piano. Slate. Plate. Is Clate a word? No. Blate. Flate. Oh, flate. Is that a word? No. Am I an idiot? Hold on, I'm going through... Oh, elate. Oh, I forgot that I can put the same letter. I'm a fucking idiot. Elate. There we go. Editing, it can wait. No, it cannot. I want to get this video out tonight. Elate. Yeah, I forgot I could put the same letter. Piano's a fucking goated starting word, dude. Bonus? No bonus. No bonus. I'm getting back to work. Oh, yes, the permissions and the Dinobot thing. Roles. Manage webhooks. I gave you permission to manage webhooks. Has that done it? The mods now have permission to manage webhooks. I think that might be it. Chiba about to delete everything. He doesn't have that much power. He does have power, but not that much. No? Really? The wheel hasn't been created. The wheel gets created tomorrow. Maybe I'll do it in the Dino site. Jesus. What was yesterday's bonus track? I don't remember. There we go. Alright, I've given manager roles to all of the mods for Dinobot. Did that work? What was the stream before that day's bonus track? I also don't remember. Yes. Wednesday is the only day where you have where you can submit 2 songs. That worked. Fantastic. Let me know. Okay, I have no clue how to work that stuff, so yeah, if you do end up getting that sort, just let me know, and then I'll put a message in announcements, and we can get those roles set up. Last year's stream bonus track. There were a lot of streams last year. Had a lot of them. Can you make rolls? I don't think you can make rolls. I'll make the rolls. I'll make the rolls whenever when I end stream. Yeah, I'll just do Does my girlfriend play an instrument? Yeah, she plays guitar. Yeah, I'm gonna make, don't know what rolls. Yeah, I'm gonna make gaming. Okay, so I'm gonna make gaming, media, and features. Like, so people who want to be notified when I'm featured in a video will be features. People who want to be notified for gaming videos will be gaming, and then people who want to be notified for the movie channel will be media. So then whenever I'm in someone else's video, I can add features and be like, hey, I'm in this video, instead of just having to put it in media. And I don't need one for music, because I can just add everyone for the music streams, because that's what people are in the server for anyway. Yeah, thank you, Jivo. Thank you. I have no fucking clue how to work the bots, so yeah, having someone who is smarter than me is very helpful. True, true. Very true. Alright, anyway, that's gonna be it for me, I think. Finished the album. Did some games. The cooking channel, that doesn't exist, I'm afraid. That doesn't exist. I'm always cooking. I'm about to go cook right now. You know, cook the best video ever made. Like a verify thing, I get you. A political grifter channel, now that is genius. That's how I make the big money. Anyway, that's gonna be it for me. Ryan K, Chivo, Wee Boo Boo, E Nunez, Jerry, Sky Ferreira, Jared, everybody who has been here this stream, I greatly appreciate it. Brandon as well. I will see you guys tomorrow at 3 o'clock for a request stream. Hopefully, assuming I don't have a psycho with a gun after me again. Yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow.